Girls Gone Wild.
Oh, we're not doing that? Oh, it's Collabs Gone Wild. Sorry. It was the 90s all over again. Hello, Champagne Dreamers. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. I don't know how you found me, but I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around, even without seeing my tatas. My name is Janessa, and I am North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And for today's video, we're doing a little celebration of collabs. Collabs have been huge in the beauty space. They continue to be huge. And so I wanted to do my dream collabs. Now, not collabs that I would do. I've got all kinds of secret thoughts of what I would do if I ever had the opportunity to collab with a brand, but I am teeny tiny fish in great big pond. I know that that's not really in the cards for me right now. Who knows what the future may hold, but I wanted to put together my list of the top 10 collabs that I would love to see. Now, 5 of them are influencers that I would love to see collab with specific brands, and 5 of them are specific brands doing IP collabs, because IP collabs are also huge. So if you are interested in seeing my top 10 collabs, and maybe we'll see some of these come to life, maybe they'll see this video and get some inspiration. If you're excited for that, then go ahead and stick around. We're getting into it right now. So let's talk about my top 5 people collabs. Now, number 5, this one could happen because we've seen it twice before. I would love to see a part 3 from Lethal Cosmetics and Teresa's Dead. I love both of those palettes. Lethal is dead, Teresa is lethal. They are both spooky, grungy, muted, dark. Oh, I just love them. I love them so much. I love both of the palettes. I think they work together very well, but they're both their own unique, interesting color story. I love the theming, the more horror movie-esque for the first one, the more alien-inspired for the second one. I love it. So I would love to see what Teresa does if she had a part 3. Let's hope that that's coming, because the first 2 were absolute bangers. They are so good, and I would love to see a part 3. Now, in the number 4 spot for people collabs, I'm not even going to attempt to do a Scottish accent. I love Make Me Up Missa. I think she's a lot of fun. I love her content. I know she had kind of taken a little bit of a break. She's popped up again. I hope she sticks around. I would love to see her collab with Beauty Bay. I think that Beauty Bay, their collabs have been a little hit and miss. The Mitchell one was great. That was before he launched his own brand, which has also been mostly great. I adore that. That palette is really, really good. The Nikki Tutorials palette was not great, but I know that Make Me Up Missa would do an amazing palette. She does so many beautiful, colorful, fun looks with Beauty Bay palettes. I would love to see what she comes up with doing her own palette. I think that would be amazing. If you want big, colorful drag queen looks, but not on a drag queen, check out Make Me Up Missa. Her colorful looks are to die for. In the number 3 spot, I would love to see my boo, Makeup by Torrance. If you haven't seen Makeup by Torrance's channel, go ahead and check it out. I'll make sure that it's linked down below. And if you haven't seen our collab, my first collab ever, where we play with the Danessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 4, then check that out here. It was so much fun to do. But I love what Makeup by Torrance does. His looks are impeccable. We have different makeup styles, but I just think he looks beautiful in all of the tutorials and all of the videos that he does. And I'm sometimes not super inspired by what Fenty does. And I know that he loves Fenty, he loves Rihanna, and so I would love to see what Makeup by Torrance could do if he were creating an eyeshadow palette for Fenty. Because Fenty, whatever you love or don't love from the brand, I feel like one place that they've really kind of struggled to hit their stride is with eyeshadows. You know, some people love their foundation, some people it's but they've got a really strong showing in every category except eyeshadow. A lot of the eyeshadow has been limited edition or those mini palettes, and a lot of them, some of the color stories have been discontinued. I would love to see Makeup by Torrance have a chance to really go in there and say, this is what I need to create a beautiful neutral look, a beautiful colorful look. I think that he could kill it. So that's what I would love to see. And I know that he has shown so much love to Fenty Beauty and to Rihanna that I just think he would do an amazing job. In the number 2 spot, I love Jen Love's channel. I think that she does amazing stuff. And on a personal level, I love that she has been so open about the fact that one of her children is non-binary and uses they, them pronouns, and really has kind of argued with people in the comments who want to come and be like, why you got to bring this up, blah, blah, blah. And just making it clear that it's not a political issue. It's not whatever. Like, this is my life, and I'm not going to tolerate that kind of anti-queerness. And so I appreciate that about her story and her channel. Now, Jen has a much more kind of overall neutral look, but she likes to play with colors along with her neutral. And I would love to see her breathe some life back into Urban Decay. Oh, Urban Decay. What are they doing? What is happening? Now, I picked up the most recent Urban Decay Naked palette. This is the Metal Mania palette. This palette, look at the colors on this. Look at the beautiful, like, it's sparkly, it's glittery, it's shiny. And then look at whatever the fuck this is. What? Like, none of these bright colors. Like, I could get being, like, half and half. So this cover has a red, it's got a pink, it's got a blue, it's got a yellow. Maybe that blue is supposed to be purple because there's a bright purple in here. But there's a purple and a gold, and then just the same boring, basic bullshit. Now, when they did that other collab with Robin somebody, I'll put it on the screen, I don't remember. But that one had a little bit more color. So when I saw the cover of this, I thought maybe they'll come around. And then it was this. I think a Jen Love Naked palette from Urban Decay, I think that she could really get that half and half balance. I think what she would do would be amazing because she knows how to pick good neutrals that can build up a look where you then feature some really amazing pops of color. And so that's something where she's not just a neutral lover. She's not just a color lover. She's for those people who are in the middle who love both. So I would absolutely love to see what Jen Love could do with an Urban Decay Naked palette. In my number 1 spot for people collabs, this is the one that I actually also think is the most likely that it could happen. We've seen her do amazing things with Odin's Eye. We've seen her do amazing things with Kaleidos. Angelica Nyqvist from Sweden is ready to bring some amazing color to Unearthly Cosmetics. Now, they already have beautiful, amazing color. That's not to say that they don't. That's why I would love to see them together, because Unearthly Cosmetics has really been at the top of their game. They really, ever since rebranding from Alien Cosmetics, and they've really been kind of working on their formulas and their packaging and their presentation, they have been putting out some really stunning products. They really have amazing, interesting, unique color stories, and put them together with Angelica Nyqvist. And I think that that could be absolute chef's kiss perfection. Please, of all of these on this, I would love to see all of these. Some are more likely than others. I think this one is the most likely to happen because I do believe Angelica Nyqvist gets PR from Unearthly, and I think she's mentioned that she's talked with the owner and they talk back and forth a little bit. I would love to see an Angelica Nyqvist x Unearthly Cosmetics palette. Please, 2024, make it happen. I know that now she's kind of starting her own brand and she's doing her own things. We love her Singe brushes on this channel. Absolutely. Stan them. But I would love to see her collab with Unearthly Cosmetics. Now let's talk about the top 5 brands that I would love to see do IP collabs. There have been so many brands that have been doing these great IP collabs. Sometimes they work out really well. Glamlight. Sometimes they work out not so well. Makeup Revolution. But they're hot. They're clearly not going anywhere. And you know what? For the most part, IPs are not going to be controversial. Yes, ColourPop had a misstep with Harry Potter because of J.K. Rowling being a turfy bitch. But for the most part, unlike influencers, you know, brands, Frosted Flakes is not going to have a controversy tomorrow. So being able to collab with a brand or an IP, it makes sense because it can avoid all that drama-geddon possibility. Now, the number 5 spot that I would love to see is the Collective Cosmetics. If you haven't seen this video right here, I subscribed to the Collective Cosmetics for a year, and I did a comparison between them and Deck of Scarlet. And I love the Collective Cosmetics. I think they've got beautiful, sophisticated, wonderful products. I don't necessarily think that all of their products are beginner-friendly, but I think that if you don't mind working with them and putting in a little effort, I think that they've got unique colors. They're always surprising me. That subscription box was amazing. I may go back to that monthly subscription again at some point to try it out and see how things have changed, but I love it. And I would love them to do a collab with Agatha Christie. The movie A Ghost in Venice or A Haunting in Venice, the new Kenneth Branagh Agatha Christie just came out. I'm so excited. I haven't seen it yet, but I loved Death on the Nile. I loved Murder on the Orient Express. He's done such an amazing job updating those Agatha Christie, making them really relevant and interesting, but also so rooted in the time period. He's had an amazing array of stars that when you just hear the names, it shouldn't work together. And then you watch the movie and it fucking works together like perfection. I love it. And with the Collective Cosmetics, they've already done some like classic monster. They've done, you know, the monster, like Frankenstein. And all the nerds get mad if you just say Frankenstein, but like the monster, Frankenstein's monster, werewolf, vampire, ghoul, all those kinds of things. I think that they could bring an elegance and a sophistication to an Agatha Christie collab that would be amazing. I would love to see that. That would be amazing. And so that's my number 5, the Collective Cosmetics with Agatha Christie. In the number 4 spot...
Jam! Jam is adventure! Ooh, Jam! We are the misfits. Our songs are better.
I love Gem and the Holograms. I love them. I love them. I love them so much. And if they proved anything with the Barbie collab, Glamlight has shown that they can do an amazing IP collab that's also just good fucking makeup. So I love the Barbie palette. I think that Glamlight did the best Barbie collab that I have seen, even before the Barbie movie. So most of the collabs that I've seen, NYX did the one that was tied into the movie, but Pure has done a couple palettes. ColourPop did that palette that was fine, but Glamlight really created a Barbie palette that hit all of these different notes of nostalgia for so many different collectors. So if you were a 1970s beachy vibes Malibu Barbie with the orange and brown van and all that kind of stuff and the blue swimsuit, there were colors in that collab for you. If you're like me and you really got into Barbie in the hot, hot fuchsia 80s where things were absolutely unhinged and just over the top and ridiculous, and Barbie became this like rich gentrifying bitch, then absolutely there were colors for you. If you're in the 90s, 2000s where Barbie's a fairy and a mermaid and a unicorn and all this shit, then there are colors for you. It was so perfect. It was so good. The packaging was amazing. The selection of products was amazing. And I think that they could do the same thing. I think they could bring that same energy and be successful with Gem. Oh my God. Can you imagine a Holograms and a Misfits 2 palettes? I think that they would do Gem and the Holograms just perfectly. I would love to see it. And this may not be the only time that you're seeing Glamlight on this list. They've proven that they can do a collab and kick some ass, so don't be surprised. In the number 3 spot, again, I am a child of the 80s, and we have seen Strawberry Shortcake, we have seen Care Bears, we have seen Barbie. Where is Rainbow Bright? Hashtag justice for Rainbow Bright. I would love to see a Rainbow Bright collab palette, and if you love rainbow palettes, I think you're gonna guess who I'm gonna say here. Obviously, it has to be Blend Bunny. Blend Bunny has done these amazing rainbow palettes, these large format rainbow palettes, The Blends palette is an all matte rainbow dream. It's probably the best rainbow palette I own. The Primal palette, which was recently discontinued, was rainbow with a little bit of almost like a jewel tone mix. We had the Surge palette, which had a rainbow of neons and some pastels and some grunge all mixed together. If anybody could do a rainbow bright palette and really do it justice, Blend Bunny, absolutely. I would love to see Blend Bunny do an IP collab and create what they're really amazing at, but in this totally new, different way. So there have been so many rainbow palettes the last few years and so many collab palettes. Why did nobody think to do a rainbow palette as a Rainbow Bright collab? It just boggles my mind. I don't understand it. So I would love to see Blend Bunny tackle Rainbow Bright. In the number 2 spot, I love Gourmand Girls. So on my eyes today, I am wearing the Gourmand Girls Nightshade palette. Love it. I love a green, purple, yellow moment. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Love it. I would love to see them do a She-Ra palette. I think that they do brights and pastels. They do things in a very interesting way. So if you saw their Spooked palette, what I love about this palette, so this is a Halloween release, obviously, and it's got the colors that you expect from a very basic, very stereotypical Halloween color story. It's got a slimy green. It's got a purple. It's got a red. It's got a black. It's got a ghosty white. It's got a pumpkin orange. So it's got all the stereotypical things. But then we've got like this red that's got a fuchsia twist to it. And we've got these beautiful neutrals that are like, what? And it takes it from this Halloween space to being something where you can take the colors of Halloween and you can wear this palette literally all year long. And like this color right here, which is kind of orangey pink, but has a little bit of like a green iridescence to it. So gorgeous. And this like green infused olive gold. Oh my god. So I love this. And that's what I think they could do with She-Ra.
She-Ra, She-Ra.
I would love to see what they could put together with that sort of very pastel, very poppy, you know, it's 80s, so it's got that like hot pink vibe to it, but it's also got some gold and a lot of pastel colors. I think they could do it in a way that wouldn't just look like kids' makeup. So I would love to see what Gourmand Girls could cook up for She-Ra for the honor of Grayskull, bitches. And in the number 1 spot, I said you were going to see them again, it's Glamlight. Now, Glamlight has done their cutesy, cartoony collabs. They did Strawberry Shortcake, they did Barbie, blah, blah, blah. They've also been getting into horror, and I have been living for it. And I love Sleepaway Camp. I would love to see what Glamlight could do with Sleepaway Camp. Now, it wouldn't be the first time that Sleepaway Camp has gotten its own makeup collection. Now, this is the Sleepaway Camp palette from Creature Cosmetics, and this is fun, and I love this. I met Felissa Rose through Days of the Dead. I know her, and she is a wonderful, amazing human being. I love this look from that last shot in the movie, and it's got this, like, peel-away cover, and here are all the shades, and this is really fun. This is a fun, colorful, rainbowy color story, but it's not necessarily specific to Sleepaway Camp. There's just a lot of fun. There's a few reds, so you can do a blood-drenched kind of thing. And there's lots of great references like drowning lessons, beekeeping, surprise ending, archery. So there's all kinds of... The curling iron, if you know, you know. Like, it's so good. And this is great. I do love this. Creature Cosmetics Lab, mwah, I'm not complaining about you at all. But I know that Glamlight does so much in terms of how they develop their ideas and their color stories and their packaging. I, as a compliment to this, which I already love, we heart Creature Cosmetics on this channel, but what they could do to supplement this, I would love to see what Glamlight could do. I think Glamlight doing a Sleepaway Camp, especially because they do these whole collections. And so Creature Cosmetics, their Sleepaway Camp collection, there was like a makeup bag and there were some pins and it was kind of cute. But I think Glamlight would do like a whole, maybe some blushes, maybe a highlighter. I would love a silver highlighter called Curling Iron. How amazing would that be? I would love it. I think that would be so great. We're going to be doing lots of videos about it. We're going to be talking about Sleepaway Camp, celebrating the 40th anniversary, breaking down some of the issues with it. So I would love for Glamlight to do a 40th anniversary Sleepaway Camp collection. That is my number 1. All right, so that is my Collabs Gone Wild video. That is a list of my 10 collabs, 5 with people, with influencers, 5 with IPs that I would love to see. Now, 2024, the one on this list, if I thought any of these were going to get made, I think that Angelica Nickfist and Unearthly Cosmetics, I really can see that happening. Part 3 with Lethal Cosmetics and Teresa's Dead, I could see that happening. I know that Glamlight has talked about and maybe teased and said that they're not done with horror even after Ghostface. I would love a Sleepaway Camp, so maybe that'll happen. Maybe I'm getting in touch with LaToya Jackson's psychic friends. I don't know, but let me know down below, what collabs would you love to see? Let's talk about it. I love to not only dream about what I would create, but who would I like to see create things that I think they would really just do such a great job with. So definitely let me know down in the comments below, what are your dream collabs? What do you want to see? What did you think of my list? While you're down there, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Or you know what? If you hate all these movies and all these IPs and you think I just made terrible choices, you've got much better choices. After you tell me all about them down in the comments, give me that thumbs down, because you know what? It's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so you will be informed. You will be kept up to date, assuming that YouTube decides to, because they've been real sketchy about it lately. Anytime I upload a video, I try really hard to make sure I have at least one video uploaded a week. And sometimes, if you're really lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, collaborific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website, The World of Champagne, at janessajay.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. I absolutely am having so much fun on this channel, and I hope you're having fun coming along with me. And until I see you again, bye.